The moment she saw them together, laughing like the world owed them joy, something inside her cracked, but not loudly. It was a quiet fracture, the kind that happens when hope gives up without a fight. If you've ever felt your heart sink into your chest, stay with this story until the very end. And if stories like this touch you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because sometimes the story you need most is the one you almost scroll past. Maya had imagined this day differently. She had rehearsed her smile, her calm, the dignity she would carry when she walked into the upscale restaurant where she was supposed to meet her fiancé, Aaron, to finalize wedding details. The dress she wore wasn't new, but she had pressed it carefully, telling herself that love didn't need extravagance. What she didn't expect was to see Aaron already seated, not alone, but leaning close to another woman, his hand resting casually on her thigh, his laughter loud and careless. The world didn't spin. It froze. For a second, Maya thought she might be mistaken. That maybe there was an explanation that didn't involve betrayal. But then Aaron looked up, saw her standing there, and instead of shame, his face twisted into something ugly, amusement. He didn't rush to her. He didn't stand. He didn't apologize. He pulled the woman closer and smirked. "Well, look who finally showed up," he said loudly, making sure people nearby could hear. "Maya, meet Lila. The woman who actually understands me." Lila smiled, slow and deliberate, her eyes scanning Maya like she was an outdated piece of furniture. "Oh," she said sweetly, "you're the fiancé. Aaron's told me so much about you." Maya's throat tightened. Her fingers curled into fists, nails biting into her palms. She wanted to scream, to cry, to disappear. But Aaron wasn't done. He stood now, towering over her, his voice dripping with mockery. "I was going to tell you eventually. But honestly, this is easier. You were never enough for me, Maya. Too simple. Too emotional. I need someone who excites me." The words hit harder because of how casually he said them, like he was commenting on the weather. Lila laughed, linking her arm through his. "Don't be so dramatic," she added. "You should be grateful he didn't waste any more of your time." People were watching now. Whispers rippled through the room. Maya felt heat rush to her face, tears burning behind her eyes. She turned away, unable to breathe, pushing through the restaurant doors into the cold evening air. That's when the tears came, fast, ugly, unstoppable. She stumbled down the sidewalk, vision blurred, chest aching as if something had been ripped out of her. She barely noticed the man sitting on a bench nearby, a small boy beside him, swinging his legs and holding a juice box. She only noticed when a gentle voice broke through the noise in her head. "Hey," the man said softly. "It's okay. You don't have to cry alone." Maya flinched, embarrassed, wiping her face. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to." "You didn't do anything wrong," he said quickly, standing but keeping a respectful distance. He was probably in his early 30s, wearing worn jeans and a jacket that had seen better days. His eyes were kind, tired in a way that spoke of responsibility. The boy looked up at her with wide eyes. "My name's Daniel," the man said. "This is Noah. We were just taking a break." Maya laughed weakly through her tears. "I must look like a mess." Daniel shook his head. "You look like someone who just got hurt." Then he leaned in slightly, lowering his voice so only she could hear. "Don't cry. He's not worth it." Something about the way he said it, no judgment, no pity, made her break all over again. She sank onto the bench, covering her face. Daniel didn't rush her. He just sat, Noah quietly scooting closer and offering his juice box like a peace offering. Minutes passed before Maya could speak. She didn't explain everything, but she didn't have to. Daniel listened anyway, nodding, letting her words fall without interruption. When she finished, staring at the pavement, he said, "You know, my wife left when Noah was 2. Not for another man exactly, just for a life she thought would be easier without us. For a long time, I thought that meant I wasn't enough." Maya looked at him then. "What changed?" "Noah," he said simply, smiling at his son. "In realizing that someone else's inability to love you properly doesn't define your worth." Those words stayed with her. Over the next few weeks, Maya and Daniel kept running into each other. At the park, at the grocery store, at the bus stop. It started with small talk, cautious smiles. Maya learned Daniel worked 2 jobs, one as a delivery driver, another doing night security. Noah learned to trust her, holding her hand as they crossed streets, telling her stories about school.